And here is these all photographs of the past of every single one of the people that pictures there, me and Frankie Fraser and Reggie Kray, Tony Lambriano, Winston, Nigel Benn, Freddie Foreman, Lenny McLean, Roy Shaw. There's me and Ronnie Biggs with Roy Shaw and Bruce Reynolds.
What was that trip like?
Oh, it's out this world, man. It's just, how dreamy is that?
Yeah.
It's almost sexual. I was in Brazil on the day that Ronnie Biggs had his 70th birthday with everyone left alive of the Great Train Robbery, sitting on the beach. I was like, I nearly just come. You know what I mean?
See, old Carlton Leach, there's Carlton Leach, isn't it?
It's Carlton Leach, yeah. There's me and Ray Winston, Freddie Foreman, Roy Shaw, Tony Lambriano.
Did Roy do what was his table trick? Was he chewing?
He ate glasses, he ate pint glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's impressive. I don't know why.
Nobody
He ate
knows.
pint glasses. Fuck 'em.
Yeah.
That's before they made really thick ones like that.
Yeah. He's a funny man, wasn't
He's a very funny man. Yeah, he's beautiful.
he?
Oh, yeah, I like this one.
Oh, that's wicked. Look at that. Look. Billy Knuckles Rushboy. Look at the bottom line. Sadly killed his love's opponent. Isn't that funny?
That is funny.
Isn't that funny or what? Yeah, problem, yeah.
He killed.
The only different rules are,
Yeah,
you've got to do a double on the black.
double in the back.
Yeah? You don't pick it up and put it somewhere else
No,
where you get a two shot.
yeah.
It's a normal game of pool. Right?
Alright.
And you've got more chance of getting a wank off the Pope than fucking beating me in my house.
Yeah, you can't win.
In my house, on my table.
Oh, there's yours the back.
You might as well have one shot.
Because have you always been a one-handed man?
I have been a one-handed player, yeah. Reason being, I went to prison once. I was there for 8 months and I was the association orderly. So I was out all the time. I put all the dart balls out and the card tables and dominoes and all that. And the pool table only had 3 cushions on it. But all the pool cues were broken off. There was only 6 balls left. It was uphill, ripped, so no one ever played it. So it weren't worth getting on a pool table and going like that. So I just sat there for 6 months just going bump, 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 bump with one hand at one end of the table. And when I come home, I was doing this. Watch. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
The geezer with the fringes loves it. Right. Oh, I love one of my bolts out.
What was Charlie Kray like?
Completely uncriminal.
Really?
Nothing about him at all.
No.
Criminal. Imagine this happening to you. You're a 14-year-old kid just ticking along with life, a normal little boy. You like your little boxing and all that, and your mum gives birth to Ronnie and Reggie Kray. Really?
It's not good, is it?
Fuck.
So that last drug thing, was he set up on that?
Yeah, completely, utterly. I know every criminal says that.
Yeah.
I know every criminal says that, and there's not many people that... Well, I'm just telling you, that I would defend, but that was a 100% setup. I know Charlie Kray personally really well, lived in my home. I lived with him in the cell next to him for a year in the unit. I know him very, very well. I was a character reference for his last trial. And the only coke Charlie ever had was in his fucking Bacardi. And if you went to Charlie Kray when he was fucking 80, can you get me anything, Charlie? Oh, yeah, I'll do that. Get me a brandy coke. He'd say, can you get me a pink combine harvester, Charlie? He'd go, yeah, I'll have a chat with the boys. Get me a brandy coke, get me a brandy coke. Can you get someone done, Charlie? Of course, I'll get everyone done. I'll get the whole of Stoke killed. Get me a brandy coke, get me a brandy coke. So when a couple went, can you get me a kid, Charlie, every week, Charlie? He went, yeah, of course I can. Yeah, get me a brandy coke, get me a brandy coke. And then 2 hours later, he went, who do I get it from? He went, what? Get me a brandy coke. That kid, Charlie, I'll have a word. Right? And then we get me a brandy coke, get me a brandy coke. And he goes, can you get me that, Charlie? All right. You said, Charlie? Yeah. Let me chat with that cunt. Right? And there you go. That cunt ended up sending him something 2 months later, and they then nicked him for it, and they'll come along and nick the mastermind of the whole thing, Charlie. And went, where's the other 48 million quid worth of coke? That's a kid, Charlie, you've got a kid of cocaine every week for a year that they asked you for. You must have it somewhere. We've caught you one, you nicked him for £1 million, zillion, £1 trillion worth of cocaine. as the mastermind and died in prison, like they make you do. Right? Fucking, believe me. But some couple got a little stripe in his cap because that's what he done. So if I asked him for anything, he'd have gone, yeah.
Yeah.
I promise you, if I asked him for anything in the world, he'd have gone, yeah, it's Charlie.
Has anybody ever won round here?
Not that lived. Yeah, you heard it, cunt. Yeah, you heard it. Yeah, I'm fucking, you know, like... Fucking you.
After winning, you have to get out of that back room.
No, you don't have to get out of there, mate. I found out where he lived, got it.
Who was that bloke that you had a wrestle with on the TV show? You remember you were...
Oh, Jimmy Savage show.
Yeah. What was
Yeah, but my job was... He's a funny man, Jimmy Savage.
Yeah.
And his job was, what he done is, everyone behaves themselves when they're on colour, when they're on television.
Yeah.
Right? You accept things from people that you wouldn't normally accept because you're on telly, right?
Yeah.
And you go, what's this? And you go places and you go, right, I'm doing a show in Liverpool. You've all got 2 minutes to come and say your bit on stage. And people will be getting up off stage, getting on stage and go, right, and they go, well, what have you got to say for yourself, you silly, fat, ginger, spotty bastard?
Yeah.
And you're thinking, I'll fucking punch you straight in the head, but you can't because you're on telly, so you go, and just mug yourself off time after time, but you go, you've got nothing to say, have you? You go, oh, he said, okay, Porky, off you go. Yeah. And you get off, and he was getting away with doing that. And the geezer got on there in Liverpool and went, and I'm supposed to be standing behind him on stage, getting £1,800 a show, doing fuck all but that. That's my job, right? I was getting £800 a show, right? Twice a week. Right? Fucking hell. I was standing there, and he comes to Liverpool, and he gets, and before he said anything, this geezer goes to him, how comes a wanker like you gets his own fucking TV show? And he didn't know what to say, right? And he looks at me and then looked back at the geezer and he went, what are you looking at him for? The fucking silly fat baldy bastard. He's going to do fuck all with me. And I thought, I can't do nothing on telly. And I thought, I ain't going to fall for that. Right? So I just grabbed him and battered him, right? And done him on the telly and got nicked for it and all that. Nearly lost a job. All the fucking stupid things all them stupid things with the ball, all that. I've done it. I was getting £2,000 a week. And I fucking beat him up on telly, and the Courtney old Bill went, hey Courtney, I was up in Liverpool, he goes, how are you going to get out of this one, son? He goes, you got 2 million witnesses, you fucking prick. Right? Anyway, he dropped the charges, funny enough.
That was good. That's a picture, isn't it?
What?
That one there.
That's a beautiful one, mate.
There's that can.
Yeah, it's cans, yeah.
Hell to pay.
Cans, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm down there filming a gangster scene of a gangster film, right? With 80 of my mates, 80 blokes, and my mates, I'm 48 years old or something. And then my friends say, how often do I get a chance to fuck off with 80 of my mates at 40 for a week down in Portsmouth playing gangsters in a fucking army breakers yard, running around going, fuck this, I can't fucking tell you. I can't tell you how funny it was, right? I can't tell you how beautiful a week that was for me in my life, right? Anyway, what actually happened is the first night we all drove down to the fucking seaside, and because a couple of them were wearing straps, yeah, a couple of them do, right? And we outside this club, and as we come out of the club, it entered at 2 o'clock, we didn't know, so we go to get in our car, and all their cars are parked and everything. This is the funniest thing I've ever seen, but why they say in the film, I don't know, but it happened, I saw it, right? This bloke went, as we come out of the club, all their cars are clamped, and there's some young kid going, 18 quid for me, he's put one clamp on that one, another clamp on that one, and he's all smiling, doing all that. So this bloke, Peter, comes up to him and went, take the clamp off, mate. He went, no, sorry, he said, I done it. He went, take the clamp off. No, he went, take the fucking clamp off. Take the fucking clamp off. The geezer went, oh, took the clamp off. He went, and that one. Yeah, and that one. So it doesn't matter because we're all nicks. He's got the numbers and the photograph.
Yeah.
It didn't matter because it was just so funny, right? And he's going, no, right? He went, no, fuck off. I went, just fuck off. Just get in your car and fuck off. So he gets fucked off and we drove back to the hotel, right? That's Peter. Yeah. So we walked back at the hotel and at 6 o'clock in the morning, everyone's wife rings up and the sister goes, the old Bill have just kicked the door down. look at me out! Look, elder wives and screaming the fucking armed squad was there with the kids dragged out of bed. All that was fucking... It was wicked.
Oh, there you go, got it. Yeah.
The hell of them guys, it's not actually a clue anymore. I put it in my hand, it turns into
Yeah, we are cutting all
it's
this.
like Harry Potter.
Yeah.
No Amazon Prime for all this.
No,
It's
no,
got
no.
turned over with one hand.
That's it. There you go. Nobody's ever won. Wait, were you on a barge recently? Did I see something online where you were up there going down the Broad?
It turned into an adventure, but what actually happened was my mate's lady at the time, a porn star who it just happens to be, had a Canal barge nicked off her a year ago, and they just found it, and they rang her and they went, listen, we found your barge, it's 150 miles away. You've got 10 days to come and collect it, or we're crushing it. It's on someone's private land, right, where the canal goes through his private land. So she gets in touch with us, she goes, look, I can't, what are we going to do? So I said, well, we can't get it. Well, I'm just going, yeah, well, I can't get it. But, not really my cup of tea. But there you go. And my thing was, only 150 miles ain't a long way away from me to get a lift home from one of my pals. And the very first day it was raining, I was coming home. I was coming home. Because you stand on the back of them barges and steer it from with all the elements. Right? So if it's raining, you're just fucking getting wet for 9 hours at a time. It goes 2.5 miles an hour. Really, I got overtook by an hedgehog. Right? Right, so we get up there, it's got the fucking toilets have been nicked off it. The fridge has been nicked out of it and there's no telly, so we're living in this shithole of a hovel thing. But he's next door with a porn star, isn't he? I'm on this mattress lying there going, what the fuck is happening to me, right? But the next day was really, really sunny, and it turned out to be, it then turned into an adventure, because it's now turned into a week, and I'm really, really enjoying it. Yeah. Everywhere that we stopped, because everyone's watching this Facebook thing, we got to remember is the Canal people, they're a bit like Swampy, if you remember Swampy, they're like that, or they're rich people that just go down for the weekend, or they're living in their own little environments, like they're 50th, and they're really taking this COVID seriously. No boat ever goes anywhere and parks up to the next boat. They're all fucking in there, just 50 of us, and they all swap eaters, and they all love each other, and they're all, you know, like beautiful. But no one's on the river. There's no one on the river. There's just me and her, me, Brendan, and this lady driving back with this boat. No, we still found things to crash into. There's no one on the river, right? And we're still just veering off with currents and crashing, but it's turned into like a 15-day fucking extravaganza. Wherever we was going, the other boats were waiting for it to drive past, waving, shouting, stopping. Everywhere we stopped for a night, the DJs turned up, played loads of music, everyone's giving us puff cakes, fucking dinners, everyone's waving on bridges. It turned out to be one of my best experiences I've had in my later life here. Beautiful day.
Were you kind of stuck at one point? Was
we broke down a few times, but there's not a lot to go around. Listen, I've lived with catastrophes. I've been chased down the road with someone with a gun, right? So you're not worried if the car breaks down or the washing machine don't work or it's a barge, it's a floating thing with an engine on it, you know, you've got a bit of string wrapped around the fucking propeller. It's easy. Get underwater and take it off again. Dick brain. Right? It's easy. It's not a problem, right? Yeah. And it just brought me back to earth. It was like
brilliant.
About landing. Good on you for me.
Yeah, fantastic.
I liked it.